what's up, positive people? It's B Plus here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It is April 7th. It is the night of the NCAA National Championship. Houston is playing Florida in about an hour. And for those who are followers of the channel, subscribers to the channel, welcome back. You might see that the setup looks a little bit different. That's because I am literally still at work. I had a really, really busy but good day at work. Did something new I've never done before. Helped put on a full production of a play. So everything from mics to lighting to just all that type stuff. So had a great time doing that, but I am exhausted. So for any shout out to my guy Bars and Beats. For any of you guys that have seen me do a live when it's late at night, that's kind of how I feel, and I tend to talk a little bit more. I tend to talk a little bit more freely. But this is going to be really short because I have to get across the road here. I'm watching the game tonight with a few of the homies from my small group at church. I know I mentioned that maybe a couple of lives ago. Really enjoying the community I'm finding at my church. A lot of great guys. It's always awesome to be around just guys who are I guess, man, just being the priest over their home, and that's whether you have kids and a wife or not. You still are the priest of your home. You're starting to hopefully build some good what's the word I'm looking for, habits for just building that structure now, so that when you do get blessed with those other things, if that's in the cards for you, and if that's something that you want, it won't be like you're creating something completely from scratch. So really enjoying the company that I have and the community that I have within my small group. So I'm going to be going over to get some food, and I think I'm going to root for Houston. Houston was like I had two dark horses. I like Houston because of their defense. They can just really lock you down, and then also I just like, for some reason I like Tennessee, but they didn't make it as far. It's just really heavy with the one seeds this year, and men's and women's really. So and shout out to UConn. They pulled it out last night on the women's side, or yesterday afternoon. Kind of weird. That game was 3 o'clock. It wasn't like in prime time. It's kind of weird. But anyway, I'm just kind of rambling here for just a quick recap of what I've been doing here and what you're watching. I created a bracket of Lecrae's top songs. I use this website that really breaks down according to Spotify streams, it'll break down your an artist's top songs, like their most streamed songs. So I took that, I put that into like the basic format as it relates to like a March Madness type bracket. So I had 64 teams in here, and we are at our final four. So I put that poll up, and then also I'm running this poll over on Twitter. So having fun with that as well. It probably would make more sense to do something like this on IG, but maybe next time we're going to do this with other artists as well, and I'll figure out a better way of doing it, because I've been in between each and every round, I've been stopping and talking about it and revealing it to myself live. So I probably won't do that next time, just because it's long. And this bracket wrapped up on Friday, but the weekend was busy. And like I said, I've been really busy here at work, but I was like, I got to get this in today, and I have a few minutes to kill before I go over and watch the game. So that's where we're at. We have landed with our final four, and let me switch screens. Let me switch screens for you guys here so you can kind of follow along. What happened to it? Oh, there we go. So this is our final four. Welcome to America. Don't waste your life. Spread the ops in Jesus music. So one thing that I was really interested about this was the whole, and I don't like this terminology, but it's what people say: old Lecrae versus new Lecrae. Just because we act as if you are one way, and then you stay that way throughout the entirety of your life. I'm not the same person I was a year ago. I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago, and so forth and so on. And for some reason, we expect artists to stay the same. So Lecrae obviously has matured, has changed over the years, and that's not a bad thing. I actually prefer. I didn't become a big Lecrae fan until probably church closed until he made the switch. So yeah, so it's just I really don't like that terminology. But I understand it. I get it. I understand it. Some people like more theology based rap. Some people don't. Not that they don't want it, but they want to go to a theologian or they want to go to a pastor to do that. And then also, I think Lecrae talked about it. Like sometimes you get caught into that lane of like you're doing something because that's what people know you for. It works, but it's not really true to who you are. And I would just hope that us in our lives that we just wouldn't stay at the job just because it works. Sometimes you have to do that. I've done that for plenty of seasons in my life. Like I've said on here before, I've been laid off 2.5 times. Maybe that'll be a fun story to tell you how I've been laid off a 0.5, a half of a time. But it's actually a awesome testimony. So, but I've been interested about this whole old Lecrae versus new Lecrae just because it happens in other areas of life where nostalgia takes over and something is always looking back on it's never like looking back on something and you just look at it even kill. It's always like either it was way better than what it really was, um, or you look at it as this is way worse. Like you look at your childhood like and think about it being way worse than what it was, or you look at your childhood and think it was way better than what it was. But it's never kind of even kill. And I feel like we do that with our artists. We do that, gosh, with basketball. Like I'm a huge basketball fan, and like I hate, and that's a strong word. I hate the goat debate. It's ridiculous to me. And comparing different not genres, eras and stuff like that. I think it's silly. But I do engage in it to a point. When it gets off the rails, then I'm out. But anyway, so I'm just kind of rambling because we do have a little bit of time. We're only doing a couple reveals, so I think yeah we're going up. So how it broke out here. We have the red bracket, and maybe I'll post all this maybe sometime later. So the red bracket, what came out was "Don't Waste Your Life." "Don't Waste Your Life" came out of the red bracket, moving down to the down just beneath it. "Spread the Ops" from Church Close, the most recent installment, number 4. Church Close 4 that came in at the top of the blue bracket. Back up, we got more nostalgia. We got Jesus Music ticket coming out of the green bracket, and then right there in the middle with the on the anomaly release, we have "Welcome to America." So actually, I'm gonna move myself. Where do I want to go? I want to move myself right there. But so that's where we're at, and now I am going to go reveal who won between. I believe it was red and blue. Red and blue. "Don't Waste Your Life" versus "Spread the Ops." Let's see. So "Don't Waste Your Life." Wow, in an absolute blowout. An absolute blowout. And what was funny about that, for those who do follow me over on who follow me over on Twitter, I did and on YouTube for that matter. I did a mashup of these two songs, and because their BPMs are like just about the same, and they kind of follow it follows like a similar pattern. So I took the "Don't Waste Your Life" bars and put it over the "Spread the Ops" beat, and then I flipped it, and it was actually quite remarkable that both of them still work really well. Actually, not obviously, but actually. And let's go look at our next one here. Jesus Music again. Wow, almost to the same tune. Yeah, it pretty much is the same tune. Wow. So as I was saying before, like nostalgia definitely kind of drove this, and it could be that just the demographic within Twitter. I actually would be interested, and I've been saying it all along. Like I don't feel like learning nothing new. I don't feel like learning nothing new, so I wasn't trying to go over to IG and try to learn how to create a poll and all that type of stuff. But I would be interested to maybe run the same thing over on IG and see if I get a similar verdict. So right here, it's like I don't even know which one. My guess, I mean, they both won by complete landslide. So it would be interesting to see who will actually win between these two. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. So so we'll go ahead and I'll throw this poll up sometime really soon. How am I on time? Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. So